Here, back with 6 of my favorite plays for big Monday night, including a struggling outfielder that's already been good to us, my favorite stack of the night, a mid-range starting pitcher that matches up extremely well with the opponent, and of course, my favorite play of the night. Who is it? Belly up to the fantasy barn. Find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy six-pack back here once again, talking FanDuel, talking DraftKings, and we are talking baseball. 6 of my favorite plays, as always, 5 hitters, 1 pitcher. Before we get into today's plays, guys, make sure you do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got baseball, we got NBA videos going on, but that thumbs up, guys, means a lot, helps us out, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, let's dive into the plays here tonight. Let's start in the outfield. Aaron Hicks of the Yankees. That's right, we're going to go right back to the well here on Aaron Hicks. Had him the other night, and one of his only hits all season long pretty much, but did go yard for us. And I think this guy is only a matter of time before he gets going again. So, what's going to happen? People are going to look at those stats. We know the masses out there. And of course, not you guys, the friendly bar patrons, but a lot of people are looking at the numbers. The what have you done for me lately? They're not going to see a lot here with Aaron Hicks. So that should help us out in the ownership department. But we know this guy's numbers against righties outstanding. 355 WOBA last season. 268 was the ISO. And Jake Arrieta making his debut here this season. And things did not go well for Arrieta last season against lefties. 389 WOBA allowed, gave up some power as well. 221 ISO, just a 15% strikeout rate against lefties as well, and the hard contact rate, as you'd expect, north of 40%. So I like the Yankees here tonight. Really love this price on Aaron Hicks on FanDuel at just $2,700. Don't be afraid to pay that DraftKings price, especially if you're stacking the Yankees. Even if not, I think $4,400, perfectly fair here. The struggles will not continue. I think Aaron Hicks does this well here once again tonight against Jake Arrieta. All right, let's get to the infield here. Let's get you a power bat with first baseman Edwin Encarnacion of the White Sox. So another guy off to a very, very slow start to the season, and I think things get going here tonight in this matchup. We'll dive into the numbers here against Mr. Anderson in a minute, but let's just take a look at E5 and top 10 in all of baseball last season with an ISO sitting at 349. The WOBA just shy of 400 at 398. So we know this guy has always hit left-handers very well. Taking that parrot for a ride, and I think that's what happens here tonight. Going to call the home run shot here against Anderson, and I know, great ground ball pitcher here, does a good job with that, but a lot of hard contact allowed at 44%, and loves to throw that sinker. That does not match up well here with E5. He does very well against that pitch. 374 weighted OBA and a 51% hard contact rate against that pitch. Again, calling the home run shot here. Very cheap price on E5, but I think that parrot goes for a ride here tonight against Brett Anderson. All right, let's stay on the infield. Next bat for us, shortstop Javier Baez of the Cubs. There's another guy, dominated lefties last season. 393 was the WOBA, ISO over 300 at 314. And if we look at the numbers to start this season, and yes, it's only 8 plate appearances, but both the ISO and WOBA over 700 for Javier Baez. Obviously, those numbers are going to come down, but it shows this is a guy that dominates left-handed pitching, also dominates fastballs. 374 WOBA last season against that pitch, and Danny Duffy uses that 42% of the time against right-handed hitters. And you guys know I love to pick on Danny Duffy. We're going to do it here with Baez. Gives up the lethal mix of hard contact and fly ball rate, both over 40% to right-handed hitters. If we just want to look at this season, 36 plate appearances so far for righties, and the fly ball rate this season at 54%. That's not good against a power hitter like Javier Baez. I think we get a home run here as well. Love this matchup for the Cubs. But Baez stands out as a bat I really want here tonight against Danny Duffy. All right, let's stay with the Cubs here, but not with another bat. We're going to go with starting pitcher Alec Mills against the Royals. Now, there's some big-name pitchers here tonight. And on FanDuel, you want to go that route, that's fine. On DraftKings, I think this is the way to go. If you grab one of those studs, pair them with Alec Mills, and off you roll. Hey, one of the biggest favorites on the board. Now, a lot of that has to do with the bats behind them, but that's fine. Let's get them some run support. Let's get them that W. First start, solid against Cincinnati. Nothing great, nothing to write home about, but did limit them to 2 earned runs, had 3 strikeouts, over 6 innings pitched. And we know it's pretty good Cincinnati lineup. This is not a very good Kansas City lineup. I know they've been hot early on in the season. They've been picking on the Tigers. Let's see what happens against a different team. But what I really like here, the matchup sets up extremely well for Mills against this team. This guy has been very, very good against right-handed hitters over the course of his career. Let's look at the numbers from last season. Only allowed a 232 WOBA and ISO all the way down at 128. And the strikeout rate against right-handed hitters all the way up to 34%. So when you think about this Royals lineup, most of the good bats in here are from the right side of the plate with Merrifield, Soler, Salvador Perez, Franco. All the power, all the dangerous bats are on the right side of the plate, and gets a lot of ground balls against righties as well at 55%. Let's look at the projected lineup. We also have some strikeout upside here. 5 of the projected starters sitting with a K rate of 25% or higher against righties last season. Alec Mills, maybe not a household name, maybe not your favorite starting pitcher here, but I think the case was good. I think the matchup sets up very well here against the Royals. Mills is going to be a big part of my builds here tonight against the Kansas City Royals. All right, back to the bats. We got to get you a catcher. On DraftKings, we're going to go to Minnesota. We'll go with Mitch Garver. So, like I said, lock and load, we have to use one on DraftKings. I know a lot of you guys like to go cheap there. I generally do as well. But when a matchup jumps off the page, I want to pay up and spend up and get this guy in my lineup here. And that's what I'm going to do on DraftKings. Now, using a catcher on FanDuel, not everyone's favorite thing to do, but I think that could be a contrarian option. And this guy's not your everyday catcher. This guy hits with some power and some authority against left-handed pitching. Let's jump into the numbers, and we see him finishing top 4 in all of baseball in both ISO and WOBA against left-handed pitching last season. Let's look at the pitches here. Holland loves to use that sinker against righties 58% of the time. 580 WOBA for Mr. Garver, 561 ISO against that pitch as well. So the matchup does not get any better here. Derek Holland, a guy I'm always going to pick against, but when I can load up my catcher here, a potential stack here. I love the Twins here tonight, and on FanDuel at only 2,500. Care if he's a catcher or not, get him in that spot. Got to use the utility on FanDuel if you're going to go with E5 and Mitch Garver here tonight, but I love them both. Garver, going to smash here tonight against Derek Holland. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. But before we do that, guys, we're going to run it back. The Beast of the Night contest. All you have to do, absolutely free to play, get in the comment section below the video and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. Does not have to be the Beast. It can be any of the 5 hitters. All you need, fantasy points there for the highest scoring hitter. Winner is going to get a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Or if you're already a loyal subscriber, and thank you for that, we're going to send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. All right, let's take a look. My favorite play for Monday night. You know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time, and if you've been in a fantasy bar for a long time like I have, you already know where I'm going here. I said I love the Minnesota Twins. We're going with outfielder Nelson Cruz, tonight's Beast of the Night. And if you are new to the fantasy bar, you're going to see a lot of Nelson Cruz. Auto play for me anytime a lefty is on the hill. This guy has been very, very good to us over the years. First ballot, 6-pack Hall of Famer. I love to call Nelson Cruz, but let's dig into the numbers here. Power, we know, is always there. Been doing it forever. 461 ISO last season, continues to get it done, even at an elevated age. That number only trailed JD Martinez. We saw in the 6-pack last week against left-handed pitching. To go along with a 476 WOBA against lefties. Holland, we know, we talked about that sinker already. Not as good at numbers as Mitch Garver, but pretty damn good here for Cruz as well. 421 WOBA, 295 ISO against that pitch. And Derek Holland, mashed by right-handed hitters, 407 WOBA and ISO over 320 here. Stack the Minnesota Twins tonight. It's not going to be a contrarian stack. People are going to be on it. I don't care. This is the spot you want to be on, especially in your cash games. Lock some of these guys in tournaments. Plenty of upside here for this stack. Even if you don't stack them, Nelson Cruz, easily my favorite play for Monday night and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up here for Monday night in the Fantasy Bar. As always, any comments, questions, feedback, guys, the comment section is there for you. Don't forget, fantasy points for my highest hitter of the 5 on DraftKings. All you got to do is guess a number. You don't even have to guess a name for a chance at some free RG Premium. or a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Can also follow me on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Love talking DFS with you guys over there as well. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Best of luck here tonight, guys. We'll be back with some NBA videos here midweek. Be back with baseball on Friday. A lot going on here in the Fantasy Bar, guys. Thank you for watching. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.